And now let's start the show with a big hand for your MC.
Hey everybody, welcome to Catch Right You Saw Me in person. How you feeling tonight? Good. Love to hear the energy in the room. You're here for the same reason I'm here, right? You're sick of your family. That's it? Listen, we got some things. Please turn off the cell phones. No texting during the show if you can help it. Flash photography is welcome. Give you a chance to pose. We do have some things. We have these cards on the table. If you fill them out, I'll be collecting them during the show. And the winner, the one I pick, gets 2 free tickets to come back. Second place gets 4 free tickets. So we'll be doing that. We also have toys for tots. If you want to bring a toy, a wrapped toy, you get 2 free tickets also. If you want to come back and do that. They ask you, it's over $15. Don't bring a yo-yo and say, here, give me 2 tickets. That's not nice. We also have a New Year's Eve show. I'm going to be getting out these cards as you walk out. This is what's coming up. There should be some really good stuff happening for New Year's. And we also run a comedy school here at night. So if anyone wants to be a comedian, come up and act like an idiot like I do, then feel free to come up and check it out. So let's get started. How many people traveled here today, to get here today? Everybody's local, right? But the thing with the airports, you got that new stuff, that body screener. So I figured, if I was really hung pretty good, like with 10 inches, I'd be at the body screen going, yeah, there it is. Take a look. Come on, ladies. There you go. Wait, oh, she didn't see that. Hi there. Take a look. And again, if you're hung like a prairie dog, you go opt out. That's it, opt out. And I was wondering, is there something confusing? Because if you don't take the body scan, they take the guy that like kind of gropes you. It's confusing is when I'm done, do I take him? I realize now that it's also easier for Mexicans to get into this country across the border than it is for us to fly in this country. And you know why you don't see too many Mexican people on planes? Because leaf blowers aren't considered carry-on. The government is right on top. Remember last year we had a guy that tried to light his underwear on fire and blow up a plane? Well, the government, right on it again. Now there's a 3-week waiting period to buy underwear. But you notice something, I think the terrorists are getting a lot dumber. You have the guy in, trying to light his underwear. The other guy tried to light his sneaker. The other guy failed in Times Square. But to his credit, though, the training was good because they did find a parking spot. But you got to think, is there like a special ed camp for these terrorists now? Are they taking the short camel to go to camp? After they're done with the training, they get complimentary tickets to that store in Yemen. You ever heard of it? Kmart? They have your sporting underwear and vests and all that stuff. But they have toys for the kids now at this place. Oh, by the way, they're open Black Friday, 6 a.m. They have a Jihad Joe doll for the little boys. Yeah, it's good, but you gotta play with it once. You pull a string and the girls, they get a burger Barbie. This is a little rip-off. It's just a stick with a ping pong ball and a rag over it. Are you guys glad the election stuff is over? The stuff that happened in November? You glad it's over with? Because I was thinking of it, and you got people spending like $40 million to get a job that pays $200,000. And they're helping us with the economy. How about when the presidential election rolls along? Anybody ready for a female president? Wow. Even the women kept quiet. Would Hillary Clinton make you a president? Yeah, well, she's got the balls for it, all right? Because Lord knows she ain't giving back the bill. Now, thank you. Is he the twins that have your birthday? That don't look alike, don't look anything like each other? It's like, which one's Arnold, which one's Dan DeVito? I don't know. Twins that don't look like 50, right? Half a century. They didn't tell me. I'm here. I'm here to do these things all the time. What we got here? What kind of group is this? Eclectic. That's why you sit in the back. It's not like a bachelorette party. And we're going to stand on the table and woo, open up. Sweet 21. It's the Eclectic Liars group, ladies and gentlemen. Get around people. Old friends. Emphasis on the old. You guys are 50. Can't see everyone together. There's some medical news that came out that there's some researchers did this out in Princeton, not Princeton, somewhere in New England, that they got like millions of dollars in a grant to do a study. And the study was determined that Darth Vader was schizophrenic. millions of dollars to discover a fictional character who's schizophrenic. So I figured, I'm going to try that too. So I'm going to get a grant to see how overeating spinach gives you big forearms. We have any Italians out here? Where are the Italians? Where are my Goombas? Okay, here. I'm Italian. My name is Joe Fortunato. I grew up in Brooklyn. And I grew up when things were a little stricter. But I did learn a lot from my parents. When you're very young. I mean, my mother taught me to count at such an early age. It was like, get over here. 1, 2. And I never knew how high she would get before my ass got beat. 175, 177. And my father was good. He tried to teach me math. But if you know anything about Brooklyn dads, they're not so good with math. He goes, okay, give me. You got 3 apples. I take 1 apple. What do you got? Got a tree full of apples. I don't know. 2! Right in your head. That's the way they taught. But he was good at spelling, especially vowels. Hey, yo. Learned a lot that way. And then you have the relatives that also teach you about famous people. Like I'd be standing on the line at the butcher, and some guy would go in front, and my uncle would be, yo, Columbus! Just sell yourself to the back of the line. Hey, Galileo, what the hell are you looking at? Then you go back to the house, the guy's painting, you look up and go, oh, Michelangelo, just the trim, all right? That's how we learn about famous people when we were growing up. Anybody have a traditional Thanksgiving? Anybody? A real traditional Thanksgiving is when you go to a farm and you pick out a turkey. The farmer takes that back, chops the head off, plucks it, and you take it home. That's like a tradition, not for an Italian family. It's not like that. We get in the Cadillac, we go out to the farm, pick out a turkey. My father distracts the farmer. My uncle takes the turkey out back, gives it the ice cream. Then we wrap it in a rug, put it in the trunk, and take it home. Then, of course, out of habit, when the farmer wakes up in the morning, there's a turkey head in the bed. But the holidays are, Thanksgiving's done and Christmas is coming up. All right, Christmas is coming up real fast. Christmas for me growing up was a bit different in Brooklyn because everybody in my neighborhood worked at the waterfront. All the fathers worked at the pier. So nowadays, you go to Toys R Us. My family went to Off-Truck Fell. So Christmas Day, when all my friends were running out of the house, this is what we got. It was all the same. Yes, we all got the same thing every year. So there were a couple of years, the gifts were good. You get a radio, Trace's radio, you get a camera, you get board games, whatever. Then there were some years not so good. And you're like, Dad, what did I get for Christmas? Snow tires. Snow tires? Hey, and a carton of Luckies. For the longest time, I thought my basement was Santa's warehouse. Because that's where all the Christmas stuff came from. And for most of my life, I thought Santa's elves were fat guys in tracksuits named Vito. But when you have the Italian holidays, you meet a lot of interesting people. And I noticed in my neighborhood there were 2 types of guys. Guys named after food, and guys named after body parts. And the body part guys always come first. You know, Mickey Fingers, Johnny Knuckles, Tony the Nose. And then you have the guys that didn't have the best names. Like Sammy the Sinus, Louie the Gland, Johnny Hemorrhoid. After a while, all the good names are taken, you gotta take what's left. The same with the food guys. Some guys have cool names. You know, like Joey Clams, Vinny Calamari, Tommy Pesto. I remember these people growing up, and then there were the guys that didn't have the best names. You had like Murray Egg Foo Young, Jimmy Cordon Bleu, Mickey Plum Pudding. He didn't last too long in the neighborhood. That's it for me, folks. I'm going to bring up your first act now. This man wrote for, thank you very much. My name is Joe Fortunato, trying to deal. This guy used to write for Saturday Night Live, and it's a night show. Very funny man. Let's have a big hand for Mr. John DeBellis.